Tinubu storms Nairobi as Africa-France summit begins. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for more news after the break. Tinubu storms Nairobi as Africa-France summit begins. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your international political update. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has arrived in Nairobi, Kenya, for the highly anticipated Africa-France summit, a major gathering that is drawing leaders, investors, diplomats and business executives from across the African continent and Europe. The summit, hosted jointly by French President Emmanuel Macron and Kenyan President William Ruto, is expected to focus on trade, investment, security cooperation, climate change, technology, and the future of Africa's economic development. President Tinubu landed at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport earlier today, where he was received by top Kenyan government officials alongside members of Nigeria's diplomatic team. His arrival has already generated strong political attention both in Nigeria and internationally, especially as global powers continue to compete for influence and partnerships across Africa. Now, this summit comes at a very important moment for Africa. Many African nations are currently facing economic pressure caused by inflation, rising debt, unemployment, and global instability. Leaders attending the summit are expected to push for stronger trade agreements, more investment opportunities, and fairer financial relationships between Africa and Western nations. For Nigeria, President Tinubu's participation is seen as part of a broader effort to reposition the country economically and diplomatically on the global stage. Analysts say Nigeria is looking to attract foreign investors into sectors such as energy, technology, agriculture, infrastructure and manufacturing. One major topic expected to dominate discussions is the future of Africa-France relations. In recent years, France has faced growing criticism and declining influence in parts of West Africa, especially after political tensions and military withdrawals in countries like Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger. The Africa-France summit is therefore being viewed as a strategic attempt by Paris to rebuild trust and strengthen ties with African nations. Kenya's role as host nation is also significant. President William Ruto has increasingly positioned Kenya as a key diplomatic and economic hub in Africa. Hosting this summit gives Kenya an opportunity to showcase itself as a stable investment destination and a bridge between Africa and international partners. Meanwhile, experts believe Nigeria could use the summit to negotiate fresh economic partnerships and development projects. There are also expectations that President Tinubu may hold bilateral meetings with other African leaders and international investors during the event. Climate financing is another key issue expected to be discussed. African leaders have repeatedly argued that although the continent contributes very little to global carbon emissions, Africa suffers heavily from climate-related disasters such as flooding, drought, food shortages and desertification. Many leaders are expected to demand increased climate funding and technology support from wealthier nations. Security cooperation will also be on the agenda. Several African countries continue to battle terrorism, insurgency, piracy and political instability. Observers say discussions could include stronger intelligence sharing, regional security partnerships, and international support for counter-terrorism efforts. Back home in Nigeria, reactions to Tinubu's trip have been mixed. Supporters believe international engagement is necessary to attract investment and improve Nigeria's global image, while critics argue that ordinary Nigerians are more concerned about rising living costs, insecurity, and economic hardship. Still, government officials insist that stronger international partnerships are essential for long-term economic recovery and growth. As the summit continues over the coming days, many will be watching closely to see what agreements emerge and whether African leaders can secure meaningful commitments that directly benefit their citizens. The Africa-France summit is expected to produce several economic and diplomatic announcements before it concludes. And for Nigeria, President Tinubu's presence in Nairobi could shape future investment opportunities and regional alliances in the months ahead. That's the latest update on President Tinubu's arrival in Kenya for the Africa-France summit. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more breaking African and international news updates.